Ooh, we got a Tuesday one for you, and we talk all about food.
Can't even believe it. We're talking about food. We're talking about self-confidence. We're talking about phone calls. We're talking about being a nun. We're talking about doing sex stuff all the time, baby.
We're talking about that view when you're 69ing and you can like see up between their legs, and it just isn't. It is not the view.
I'm always so interested in the seam. You know, the skin
That's what,
seam?
baby. That's the shitterous. That's what they're talking about. That little seam.
But that seam goes all the way, sometimes all the way up the dick.
Well, at least up the balls. I don't know up the dick. Anyway, enjoy this episode.
Oh.
Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with a sloppy seconds. Oh, diva. Our number is 213-536-9180. Our email is sloppyseconds@gmail.com. Now on with the show. Hi, you sloppy, stupid little fucks, you not so fucks, you dirty little fucks. Welcome to Sloppy Seconds with Big Dipper and Meatball. I'm Meatball, and that's Big Dipper.
Hello. And
Hello.
bon, how do you say good weekend in French? You speak French, right?
No.
Oh.
What is bon vivant?
That is okay. Not to
That's a
steal
restaurant,
content from Trixie, but that is the
Oh.
word that I had in my head when I was right as you were singing the song was bon vivant. Are we psychic?
I just know that that's a market in Atwater Village,
Oh.
a market cafe. So I just figured that meant good weekend.
What does it mean?
A person who enjoys social and luxurious lifestyle.
Said like that. You read the English with a
Luxuri-
French accent.
A person who enjoys a sociable,
Sociable and luxurious,
lifestyle.
A bon vivant. That's you, bitch.
He was a diplomat, bon vivant, and a womanizer par excellence. What? But it's also a restaurant?
I bet that could be a good, if you were drag king, you should be called Bon Vivant.
Vincent. Well, I was trying to think of a boy name.
Bon.
Oh. True.
First
I
name
guess
Bon,
names
last
don't
name
even have to
Vivant.
be names anymore. Have you seen that meme where it was like talking about, we're gonna have to edit this out, but it was like they thems go by like rock, cheese, black. Like they're just picking random words now for names.
Yes, but names are random words.
You know, some have been assigned names for forever.
Yeah, I've known cheese for a decade.
I've known meatball for 8 years.
So in your face, and I'm not editing it out.
Okay.
I had a dinner with a college friend last night.
Where?
Mother Wolf.
Okay.
Were you gonna approve or disapprove?
I was just wondering like what the price point of this dinner was.
More than I wanted to pay, to be honest.
Yeah, I was like, Mother Wolf was fucking expensive.
I mean, it wasn't crazy expensive. We got an app to share, a salad to share, and then we each got a pasta dish.
So what? You're coming in at like about 40, 50 bucks?
Well, it was 80 because they got a drink and we just said split it. Like 80 with tip for each of us. Total.
Okay.
But there was a lot of like, and we were talking before we started the show. There was a lot of like, do you remember this person? What's this person up to? What's this? Like, and it was trying my memory because college was,
Stoner dip.
20 something years ago. Oh yeah, baby. Think about that, old. 20 something years ago, and I was so high all the time. Like from 19 or 20 until I was 26, I was stoned for 6 years.
Oh, my college was only like 10 years ago. That's not true. 20 years ago.
Say your age.
I am 34.
And subtract the number of years it's been since college. No, I know what it is. Subtract 18.
18, yes.
Did you do it?
No.
You're calculating it.
Hold on, give me 1 second. People are yelling at their phones.
Just do the math in your head.
16 years ago.
Uh-huh. So not 20. You started
I'm
college
trying to think
16
of, like,
years ago.
I started 16 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, for me
Yeah,
it was
so
20
it was, like,
years ago.
12 years ago. Well, I only went to 3 years before I decided to skedaddle. My mom, yesterday I was on the phone with her and she was like,
My mom.
she was like, why don't you call these people from college? And I was like, no, she wanted me to call one of my friends from high school.
Just to catch up, to chat with them.
And I went, Mom, that's so fucking psycho. Like, that's something, like, that does not make sense. And she was like, what? I think she lives out there now. She's like doing this, this, and this. Because my mom is still Facebook friends with all of my high school friends.
Oh my God. Well, because it's that thing of like, it burns into your brain. Yeah, my mom will ask me, like, how's so and so? You know, like one of my best friends from high school. And I'm like, that person chose to convert to Catholicism, got married, became a like extreme religious, conservative, and like lives out of town somewhere. I stopped talking to them 10 years ago. Like, what do you mean call them?
Well, and then there's like those weird fallings outs that you have with people. Falling outs that you have with people. And you're like, I don't know how to describe to my mom that they like were an asshole to me, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they
And you're
drank
just
all
like,
the Malibu rum that one night, and then we all said Tiffany's done.
yeah, fuck Tiff. No, it was like, I don't know, but sometimes there's just like, just because you went to high school with someone doesn't mean that there was a connection, and just because you were friends with them at one point doesn't mean that you still will be. And this one person is like a super famous voice actor now, and my mom is like,
Pre-summer?
no, she was also on. Her name's Kamiko Glenn, and she was in the original. What is that play about the pies? Where the lady's
Waitress?
pregnant. Yeah, she was in the original Waitress, and now she's like a voice actor, and she was just in Houston.
She's more than a voice actor. She's like very.
She's like
famous.
an actress. Yeah. And we were kind of friends in high school, but like, it was just because we were in like the theater department and we hung out around some of the same people. But I cannot remember a time that we hung out one-on-one. And in my mom's mind, me just like mentioning her when I was in high school and being like, oh yeah, it was this group of us. She's like, oh, you guys are best friends.
Well, girly, Kamiko, you heard it here. Meatball misses you. She wants to hang out.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I would see what's up.
I would see what's up. I would explore that.
But there's people that I'm like way closer to that I have no idea what they're up to.
Completely. It is so interesting. We've talked about making adult friends in the past, but
It's hard.
It's hard, and it's also a challenge to rekindle old friendships because there's a patience that's needed there. And there's like I spent the first half of the dinner with my friend last night just like reacclimating myself to their face. I was like, I haven't seen you for so many years. Like,
Faces change.
I don't know, not even faces change. I just don't know how to talk to you in person because we haven't done this. And
did you feel like at any point you were just kind of reverting back to like college versions of yourselves?
No, I don't remember that. I need you to understand. It's like
I cannot believe it's slowly becoming like, I know you always said you were a stoner, but now I'm realizing like, oh, you were a stoner.
And I was high functioning. I did a bunch of stuff. I just like cannot remember any of it. Or it's like little blips that I remember. But I mean, college, there are some things that I remember clearly, but like I don't remember how I was. I was definitely super insecure. I wasn't really confident. But the thing with like reacclimating how to talk to a person, when you meet a new person in real life, you're building that in the moment and you're coming there as the today version of yourself. But when you re-engage with someone from 20 years ago, you're like, you're like trying to remember how you were with them, trying to remember the last time you interfaced with them. Like there are so many other sort of factors at play, and I haven't done a lot of that. Have you gone to any reunions, like high school reunions or college reunions?
I don't know. I have not. No, none. My high school was supposed to have one, and then I think it was like in the pandemic, and they just didn't do it.
Hmm.
Or something like that.
I keep
I don't
missing
know.
it.
I don't think I would go.
I would go to my I keep being like, oh, when we do a 20-year reunion, I'll go. That's past, bitch. Like I think I would have to go to a 50-year reunion.
Yeah, wait, maybe mine happened and I just didn't get any like mail or anything about it because I haven't like kept up.
Well, and it all happens on Facebook.
Yes, and I don't use mine.
Yes, and I don't use mine.
Facebook's a dark place. If my mom's on there, I'm not trying to.
Alaska has a new song out called Sweatpants. Just came out today. I haven't listened. I'm excited.
Oh.
I like Alaska's music as a music artist.
I do too.
Yeah.
She picks the bops.
She picks the bops.
When you meet people as adults, sorry, this happened to me the other day. I was like hanging out talking to someone, and mind you, I've not been in a great headspace recently, but they were like, "You're not like you are on the podcast," or like, "You're not like you are on stage." And I was like, "Yeah, babes, I'm a human being.
If I
I'm not
had
always
stayed for the
having
pickle,
juice, I'd still be eating pickle juice today." No, but I was just like, I have feelings and emotions like everybody else, and I'm allowed to like not be on when we're just sitting there watching TV at a mutual friend's house.
Well, unless everyone then thinks you're mean because you're not good at being approached out in public.
That guy, so they were all in the hot tub, and they pointed at you, and they said,
I'm not.
"That guy's mean." Remember that time?
I remember that.
So that it was like you were in upstate New York. What was that for?
I was
you were
upstate
doing
New
the
York
opera,
for the opera. I
and you
had
drove
been
like
messaging
3 hours, and you fell asleep on that guy's sofa wearing his bathrobe.
Okay. I need to defend myself a little bit. I wish I knew the episode offhand so people
Boom,
could go back and
boom.
listen. I didn't drive 3 hours. I drove half an hour.
Oh.
It was in a rainstorm in the middle of the night in the woods.
I would not do that.
So it felt like
a
a long time. But then when I got there, what was promised was a buffet of food, a hot tub,
a bevy of food,
a buffet of food, a hot tub, hot friendly guys who are naked and want to do sex stuff, bears, and a cabin in the woods. What I got was all of those things, but just like a different version of what was I imagining in my head. Like
you got there late. You got there late, so they were already drunk.
Right. And then when I tried to interact with people, one guy just remember he looked at me, sort of gave me a sassy look, and clicked his phone and started playing my music on the Bluetooth speaker. That was what made me sort of turn cold. And then also they didn't make any room for me in the hot tub. So I was like sort of standing next to it, leaning down, trying to talk to them. And the one guy thought that was rude. So turned to his friend and said, "That guy's mean." Or rude or something. I remember he said it out loud in front of me. All right.
Still just so funny. The situations we as adults find ourselves in.
Well, all right. Let's take a break.
Mm.
And we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Weight Loss by Hims is here to help you reach your goals.
Hims now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications that are designed to support you in losing the weight and keeping it off, including the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen.
GLP-1s help regulate your appetite and eat less.
With Wegovy at Hims, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise.
And no needles needed. Wegovy is the first ever GLP-1 pill for weight loss.
And through Hims, you can just go online where you'll connect with a licensed provider who will determine if the treatment is right for you.
No insurance necessary either. And if prescribed, your medication is delivered right to your door.
Ready to reach your goals? Visit hims.com/sloppyseconds to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you.
That's HIMS.com/sloppy-seconds.
hims.com/sloppyseconds.
Weight Loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS.
To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit hims.com.
If you love to shop, listen up! Have you heard of Rakuten?
With Rakuten, you get cash back and rewards on almost everything you buy. Just from shopping.
Exactly. Clothes, athletic wear, pet supplies. I'm talking about Gap, Adidas, and even Petco.
So I can buy a look, get new shoes, snag the cat some cute toys, and get cash back.
That's right. And you can even stack those rewards on top of sales and coupons.
That's cool.
It is cool.
But how does it work?
Well, partner stores pay Rakuten to send them shoppers, and then Rakuten passes on some of that money to the members.
Rakuten is really doing the most, huh? Love it.
Yeah, in the best possible way. Plus, Rakuten has 17 million members who are already saving. So, you can become one of them today.
Join for free at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app to start saving money now.
That's Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app today.
And get yourself some Rakuten.
You know, lately I have been trying to keep my wardrobe simple. I want pieces that are comfortable, but they still feel like put together like an outfit, and that's why I'm always reaching for my Quince items.
The fabric feels elevated, the fits are clean, and Quince makes getting dressed so easy.
Quince has all the staples for spring, like 100% European linen shirts and shorts starting at just $34.
They're lightweight and breathable, but still look polished. I have a bunch of their Pima cotton tees, and they're super soft and easy to wear and very breathable for the summer, for the sweaty body.
I just rediscovered this pair of linen shorts that I have that are so comfortable from Quince. You know when like something gets buried accidentally? I pulled these out and I was like, what have I been doing? Not wearing these!
And the linen doesn't wrinkle.
Period.
Plus, everything is priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands because Quince works directly with ethical factories and cuts out the middleman.
Refresh your everyday with luxury you'll actually use.
Go to quince.com/sloppy for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too.
That's QUINCE.com/sloppy for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/sloppy.
Get yourself some Pima cotton.
Quince.
Quince. At Quince. And we're back.
I put myself in a lot of those situations because I love life.
And what is life? But a bunch of experiences lined up
That's what I'm saying. Like
and hanging out in people's homes in their
So-
bathrobes. Did
Listen.
the bathrobe smell mildewy? I always worry about using other people's bathrobes.
No, the towel smelled mildewy, but the bathrobe was like fresh, warm, and like because they have these hot tub parties, they like have a bunch of bathrobes and they like launder them and have them out for people to use.
That's wealth. Bathrobes are not cheap, especially a terry cloth. Maybe.
Did I tell you it was terry cloth?
Was it terry cloth? Was it towel material or was it just like a
It was like a
weave,
like
a
fleece.
jersey? Ew. Ugh, wet fleece. Oh God, I'm gonna vomit.
It wasn't wet. I dried off with a mildewy towel before I put the bathrobe on.
Wet fleece is so gross.
You're kidding with this reaction right now. No. No. You're really meatball. Think
Oh my
about
God,
something
just the
else.
idea. Just the thought. Okay, sorry. Maybe play a voicemail.
Baby,
That was so gross. I can't. I'm thinking about it again. Okay, no.
I'm just all right. Hey, where do you buy clothes? Because I'm need the 3X section these days.
What are you looking for?
A shirt that doesn't turn into a crop top and shorts that fit around my waist.
I mean, you're gonna probably have to go to a big and tall store. Here's the thing: is like I buy my shirts at Big Bud Press
Sure.
because they go up to 3X, but sometimes they're short, so you get a little belly overhang.
I know. And then you look like
And
a bookie.
also, last week we were having a conversation of lifting my belly and dropping it on someone.
Yeah.
It's not big enough to do that. I tried.
Okay. I also listen.
You don't believe me? I'll show you right now.
You and me, it's not about yep, there you could lift and there you could drop.
But that's like
Oh, it definitely doesn't hang as low as mine. You well, it is hitting the microphone, Meatball.
but it's like not
Meatball is standing up. She's put the microphone underneath the apron of her belly.
apron. There's no aproning.
We can't hear you, doll. We can't hear you. We can see the jiggle.
I
We
said
can't hear you.
apron. There's no aproning.
Are you going to do this on the Zoom call?
What Zoom? Oh, on
We're doing on
Thursday, we're
June.
doing a live.
Listen, on June 6th, for Mom Plus Gold listeners only, you get to join the Zoom call while we record, and we get to see all your pretty little faces in the little Zoom boxes while we record our Tuesday episode. So you could bear witness to what Meatball just demonstrated, which is she stood up, she lifted up her shirt, she showed her belly, and she jiggled it, and she dropped it. God, the gainers would have been all over that.
Yeah. They would have.
Could have made
Also,
a little belly porn.
now that I'm finally on Mom Plus Gold, what's happening?
My hands were stuck in a weird position. I
Okay,
looked down.
I woke up. I woke up from sleeping with my wrist curled into, or my fingies curled into my wrist, and I woke up cramped with both hands.
I
this
just
morning
looked
at
down
5
at the
a.m.
desk, and they were like that, just sitting on the desk. What were you saying about Mom Plus Gold?
Now that I have it, because finally I didn't have to pay for it, and I'm in.
Yeah, you
There's
saw
so
that
much-
email was like a re-forward from the first time it was given to you, right?
Oh, so she's shady.
Well, she's just trying.
You know what? I'll fucking fight her. I don't know her. I've only talked to her 2 or 3 times. I'll kill her.
No, because our new EP, she's like, yeah, I sent that 2 months ago, so I'll just re-forward it to you.
Yep, she said. You can suck it, Meatball.
But what were you saying about Mom Plus Gold?
There's so much stuff on there.
I know.
There's like so much stuff.
There's entire series.
There's entire separate series that I didn't know existed, and I was like, because I'm pretty much I listen to Race Chaser when it comes out, and I
Right.
listen to Delta when it comes out, but like the extra Delta or whatever it's called,
More Very Delta is great.
More Very Delta.
The Sonique series.
It's just
is
her.
great.
If you like Delta, no, I'm not trying to do. I'm not trying to do an ad.
I know, but you're doing an organic product placement, and I live. Honey,
The
I
extra
live.
Very Delta, because everyone knows the
It's
Delta
called
monologue
More
is like
Very Delta.
whatever.
You keep calling it Extra Very Delta.
Extra Delta is great.
Yeah. The set
She
looks
just
a little
sits there
different.
and fucking talks,
Yeah.
which is like what you want from Delta.
Did you see the one where she mixed the cereals together?
No, I'm not there yet. But
She
then I
did-
listened to all the unplugs. Girl,
Unplugs.
they say names.
I know they do.
I didn't know that it was like Unplugged was literally them just talking shit and saying names.
Unplugged is good. Kylie's series is really fun.
Kylie's is, I haven't gotten to that one yet.
all season 2 of Hall and Closet.
I watched those ones because
They're
you can like, they're
unhinged.
unhinged. Are they really that high?
Sometimes.
Because I know for the one that I filmed, they were lit. And I was like,
Yes,
they can't be
sometimes they
this
get
high all the
lit.
time. Anyway, those ones are great. So sorry.
Yeah, and all
I
of the
didn't
like
know.
the Christmas stuff, the stuff that you and Delta did, the crafting, like all of that stuff is on Mom Plus Gold.
There's a lot of.
That's why the
extra
people
stuff.
who are
So
once
if
they're
you're
there,
like me, always caught up. I'm backtracking. I'm just like scrolling down, clicking on stuff I haven't
you're like,
opened
oh,
before.
something new.
Yeah,
Try
Just to
something
keep the-
new.
just to keep the voices in my head at bay. You know what I mean?
We know about that.
I just got a text message from Maureen San Diego saying, "Not my boss's boss," asking if I was on Sloppy Seconds.
That's fun. Is it not fun?
The Reach.
The reach, doll, the reach. I recently connected with a listener of the show.
Was it the guy shoved out of the way at the bathroom at the Eagle?
No, but I wish they called in.
Did they? Oh, well,
No, I
we
would.
no.
No, my sentence was, I wish they had called in. You reacted. You heard. You only hear what your ears want to hear.
Is that what she says?
No, I connected with someone on Instagram who is a listener to the show, and we struck up a conversation. And then he was like, "Oh, I wanted to call in with this story, but I sort of never. I don't know. What did he say? Like, never did or never. I don't think it was about the courage. Oh, he just said I should call in with a funny story. But then he wrote it out, and I would like to tell this story."
Okay.
Because I found this story inspiring. He messaged me. I'm gonna keep it vague because I wanna be friends with this guy because he seems cool. He messaged me and he was like, "You're so insane for trying to wrangle all those tops to your apartment." In response to my like failed fuck group from last week. And I was like, "Yeah, it's challenging." And he was like, "You should do a sex party in New York." And I was like, "Okay, good. Well, you can come. I need more tops." And he was like, "Well, I just have a big fat useless cock." which really reminded me of that iconic Sasha Velour tweet.
Master locks my pathetic cock in the basement or whatever.
And I'm like, big fat useless
That
cock.
useless
That's
cock.
so
So
stupid.
maybe that means he's like a big bottom.
Well, yes, but then he wrote this story, and it became clear that's where it derived from. So this was the story he wrote, and this guy is like a big, sort of like muscly, definitely burly, butch-looking dude. He wrote, "One night I was chatting with this guy who was staying in a hotel a block away. I didn't read his height and weight. I just looked at his pics, and he said he was a dom top. So I was like, what the hell? I'll go over." Now, I'm not a tall guy, but I'm a furry muscle guy, and I assumed he was taller than me. He answers the door, and he's probably 3 inches shorter and definitely on the femme side. Usually, hot pink nails kind of make me soft, but I was horny and I liked his energy, so I went in. And the dick was amazing. He proceeded to fuck me and choke me and smack me in the best way possible. He called me boy in his 5-octave higher voice than mine as he's fucking me. I'm totally into it, and he looks down at my cock, smacks it, and said, "Look at this big, fat, useless cock." And I lose it. I start giggling uncontrollably, but I regain my composure and we both finish. Me with a literal full body orgasm. So after, I look at him and I say, "Well, I guess it's time for me and my big, fat, useless cock to go home." And we both started laughing.
That's so sweet. See,
I-
this is what I'm talking about. Sometimes the femi tops are the mean ones.
Completely. But also, like, I love this. This story is like, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't let your own like sort of weird checklist or preconceived notions get in the way. And we talk a lot about like bad fuck talk stories on this show, but there is also like these like fun, magical sort of like what is the thing I'm trying to say? Like, not core memories like that movie Inside Out, but almost like that, like these really exciting sort of like footholds in our sexual memory, right? Because this guy now uses the term big fat useless cock all the time as a joke, and he's like calling back to that really hot hookup he had that was so unexpected.
Core memories, yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I liked that story. I thought it was cute and fun, and I'm glad that he typed that out and shared that with me.
His pink little fingernails. I hooked up with a man yesterday, a couple days ago. Hey everyone, I am officially back in my nun era though. I have deleted all the apps off of my phone.
I do.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to keep score, but you really throw around sex addict and talk a bunch of shit about me. But then if we go
Whoa,
day
hey,
by
mentally,
day,
I'm not in the place for this.
okay, if we go day by day, though, I just want to say, like, you know,
Well, can I tell you
when
something?
you
I don't
point
think
a finger, there are three pointed back at you.
it was a very interesting experience because, like, he came over around 9 o'clock, didn't leave until midnight.
Oh,
Said he was allergic to cats, but stayed in my long-haired cat house for that long.
no sneeze.
No, he said he took an allergy pill, and I vacuumed my room and like changed all the bedding and stuff so it wouldn't be like itchy on his skin or whatever. But he kept stopping, like while we were like in the middle of kind of being like rompus, to like just be like the music playing, and he was like, "Have you been to this concert?" And I was like, "No," and he was like, "It was so good," and then stopped and talked about the concert for about 15 minutes.
No.
And then we would like get stuck, like boner gone. And I'd be like, cool. And then we'd like get going again. And then something would happen and he would be like, I can tell you really like that. And I was like, I do. And he's like, because the look on your face, I'm in this place in my life where, and then like for 15 more minutes, he would like talk. So it just kept on being like maybe 5 or 10 minutes of action and then 15 minutes of talking. And then like it just kept happening
No.
to the point where towards the end, I was like, I'm not gonna come. But this was fun. Goodbye. And then like made him leave. And he talked the whole way out. And it was just upsetting because I always come.
So as he left, did you immediately close the door and then just beat it out real fast?
I couldn't even like stop. Like I was like, that was such a strange experience.
So what you didn't like, did you not like that he was interrupting the flow of the conversation or the flow of the evening? Or did you not like that he was trying to be too connected or too intimate? Like, had you guys had really great sex and then like hung out, had a sparkling water,
I would have
and
been fine with
snack,
that.
and like
And had a
talked?
conversation and talked for like an hour,
Yeah.
I would have been fine. But
Gotcha.
it was like he came over and we talked for about an hour and then we started hooking up and then he talked every 10 minutes for a very long time. Like lose my boner amount of time, like change position on the bed to like sit and listen. And then we would like talk a little bit and then I'd be like, that's so interesting. And he would talk about he talked about philosophy. He talked about going to concerts. He talked about like his dad at one point. Like he just like every time it was something new.
Because you are a person who likes to get things done. You're a person who likes a task to be
Well, it
focused on
just
and
felt
completed.
unnecessary sometimes, or that he wasn't picking up on my social cues of like, interesting. Let's get back to this.
Right. Now was
I don't know. Maybe I'm the
this-
bad person. Maybe a lot of people have sex like that and it's like fun for them. But like that's
I think that can work. I mean, the other thing is like, Meatball, you and I are not people who like, oh, 5 o'clock, it's quitting time. Now I don't think about work for 7 hours. It's like, well, you maybe you go, well, it's Tuesday, it's quitting time till Friday. But you know what I mean? Like for me, I have a hard time like luxuriating in anything because there's so much going on and there's so many like segments of my life that I have to focus on. So that's why I'm like, I want to go see a play or go see a movie or we're having dinner for 2 hours or there's a sex appointment. Because I don't
appointment.
know that I could laze around on a Saturday and like lose 6 hours to like fucking and conversation and fucking
I
and
could.
watching a TV. Like,
I could.
I don't work that way.
But
So why didn't you like it with this person?
I think because the conversation just felt so like
Focused on him?
it was focused on him and not about like
You.
us or asking me any questions. He was just like just giving me a ton of information and I was like, cool.
You were like, what I need you
Maybe
to do is
okay,
give
maybe I
me
am
a
the bad
ton of
person in
dick.
this situation. Maybe I'm
I
the
don't
mean
think
one
you're
in
bad.
this
No.
situation.
I would have been like, I literally tell guys when like we're talking about hooking up, I'm like, is a quickie cool?
Well, and he asked at the beginning, he was like, "You don't have anywhere to be, right?" And I was like,
Oh, so he
"No."
had an
And I was
agenda.
like,
He had things to say.
"We have time. Like, there's no need to rush into it." Which is why I started with the conversation, getting him water. We smoked a little bit of weed, which I haven't done in forever. So maybe that was like. But anyway, hey everyone. But after that, not because of that experience, but
What night of the week was that? Because on Tuesday you texted me.
that was a Tuesday. That was that when I said, "I'm having a guy come over to suck on my toes. Should I expect him to suck my cock as well?" I believe was the text, but you can read it since you love reading my text messages on this pod.
No, I was just circling back to try to see when that
I think it was Tuesday because it was like the one Tuesday we didn't record.
Well, enough on that. I have a man coming over to worship my feet tonight. Do you think he'll suck my dick too? Or should I ask?
Yeah.
I wrote ask. Also, my response to that text message was I just got a pedicure this morning. And
should I come over as well?
The first clip.
Oh yeah, explain what happened.
Well, you know how like they cut cuticles,
yeah, around your toenails,
right? And then they like take that tool and they dig.
Oh, and then they pull out whatever that little white string of skin is, and they hold it up and show it to you, like,
or they like lay it on top of your foot.
Oh yeah, and they're like, just
and then they clip and then they file. So the first thing she was doing was going to cut the cuticle, and her first cut, blood. Like she just like cut into my skin. The first, like my feet in the water. She goes, "Pick up your right foot." I set it on the towel. First cut is like a wound. She did not say I'm sorry. She did not look at me. She just reached over for the green liquid that they pour on the wound and the cotton. And then she like started doing other things. And I'm like, this is insane.
I would have left and not paid.
It just felt insane.
That is crazy.
And then like she had petite hands.
You need big hands.
But the gloves that they had in stock were like medium or larges. And so like the gloves were like loose on her that she was wearing. And I'm like, that's probably why your work is bad, is because you've got all this like latex in the way.
Is there a place in LA hey, listeners, if you know, where there's like big giant burly men covered in tattoos, almost like a Tom of Finland model, that will give me a pedicure?
Oh, so you do want a blowjob while it happens?
No, I just want big hands.
Why?
Because I like the massage at the end, but the ladies at my place just kind of whack around.
I always tell them skip the massage.
No, I want the foot massage at the end.
I just want the task taken care of.
That's true.
All right, well, let's take a break and then we'll listen to some voicemails.
And we're back. I'm still not sure if I'm going to go to Palm Springs.
Come on, they're waiting for you out there. 2 weekends in a row. They want to see you again.
I only went for a day last time. And the store I wanted to go to closed as I pulled into the parking lot.
Oof.
What up, faggot? It's a long-time listener, first-time caller. So stoked to be able to leave this for you as I drive away from a wonderfully performed, blindfolded blowjob where I could walk in, undress, get blindfolded and serviced without having to do any work, even open my fucking eyes. Thank you so much. Now, here's the question. As a fellow chubbo who maybe is having difficulty coming to terms with it, you know, in Vancouver, where everyone is exceptionally West Hollywoodified, you know, hyper, muscular, fit, whatever, I don't necessarily have the same luck that maybe you guys are having in LA. Granted, every time I'm down there, yeah, maybe I'm in the wrong spot. Either way, really sick and tired of sending photos and getting blocked immediately.
Ooh.
It's very much
Oh, it's real.
swipe 100 times, get one response. Any advice about dealing with a lot of rejection for your body and not, I don't know, fucking hating yourself for it? But I digress. This guy was very muscular and seemed to be fine with it, but did go, ooh, great belly. And I was like, ooh, I want to kill myself. Anyway, that's all. Bye.
Don't joke about killing yourself.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that
So-
you and yeah, go ahead. You go.
No, you go.
You know. One thing that I feel like we've talked about before is like putting yourself fully out there is going to allow you to like people who are into you and attracted to you to come your way. So if you have like a profile that sort of has like an old photo or just like kind of a picture of your face or like no face and you engage with someone and then you have to send them photos, like you're setting yourself up for that sort of interaction. But if you have like a picture of your body, like you shirtless at the pool is your profile photo and you're like, this is my face and my belly and this is what my body looks like, then the people who are interacting with you are already like into that, or they wouldn't really be interacting with you.
Absolutely.
And so you have to make sure that what you're putting out there and what you're seeking, you're giving yourself the head start. Because if you're sort of like hiding behind an angle and an old photo, and like you also don't want to like ever put like the best photo of yourself on the hookup apps because you want to like show up and be pleasantly surprising. Thoughts?
Yes, I agree 100%. I was going to say something similar where it was like that form of rejection is it really sucks and it hurts. But if you're setting yourself up for that by not giving, like you said, everything up front. Because then people don't even have to like, you don't have to go through the rejection. They will just not respond, or they will block you because you're not what they're looking for.
The block, I think it's a millennial thing. Blocking to me seems harsh. It's like a polite
to me too, but I
Midwestern
think
thing.
also it's like a way of people being like, I'm just not going to look at that on my feed anymore. Like I don't want it
right.
to take
And
up space.
I don't think people should see blocking as necessarily like an awful personal negative. I think it's like it has so much to do with like, I don't need to look at you because we're never going to hook up, or I know you from my work, so I'm blocking you, or you're my friend's boyfriend, so I'm blocking you. Like it doesn't have to be like an aggressive or a personal thing, though it does feel really fucked up. Like I would much prefer someone type to me, "Oh, not my type, sorry," or "I'm not interested," than just block me based on a photo.
Yeah, that would be nicer, but that's
But
not
behind the
age we
keyboard,
live in.
that feels cruel to type to someone like, "No."
A block is definitely the easiest way out.
The block is hot. The block is hot. Let me see.
Hey, you fucks. I was messaging this guy on Grindr, and he's
This is
looking
so
to hook
interesting
up
'cause
right
I'm
now.
off
And I
all
was
the
like,
apps now.
okay, are you cleaned up?
What's that?
So this is just so interesting because these are all app-based calls and I'm off all the apps.
All,
I'm not doing the apps anymore.
but you're doing the web-based.
No, I'm not doing that either. I deleted my account.
Okay. Did you make sure they're going to stop charging you?
Yes, it said so in the thing. By deleting, you will not be charged any longer.
So you built up your Rolodex?
No, I didn't even save anyone's number. And when I went to go delete the app, there was like a message from someone that I had hooked up with, but he like left town and then came back, and I was like, should I just one more time? And I didn't. I just left him on red and deleted it.
Okay. You know, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. Like having sex.
does.
Okay.
It does.
Having sex is healthy.
Hey, it does.
Okay.
Oh,
I gotta delete him.
that
You know what I gotta do? I was gonna
Freddie
make out with
goes,
more guys at
yeah, I
fucking precinct
used
and give him my
last
phone number.
night. It is 4
All right.
and he's looking to hook up right now. And I was like, okay, are you cleaned out? Is that ass ready? And he goes, yeah, I douched last night. It is 4:20 p.m. the next day. Who says I douched the night before and I'm ready right now? I don't think it works that way. I think it has to be within at least the last couple hours. Thoughts? Is that okay? Goodbye.
Yeah, you're right. Unless he douched last night and then hasn't eaten all day.
And then slept for
At all.
16 hours.
Is it like, does he not know how how digestion works?
Maybe we just don't know how his body works.
Yeah, you know what? I know my body. So
I know my body. I'm
I
ready.
know my body. So
I douched.
I'm,
I
like,
douched
ready
on
to poop
Wednesday.
on
I'm good to
you.
fuck. Happy Pride.
So
I
ready
douched
to
on
fuck.
Wednesday. Let's run a train on me. I douched on Wednesday.
Ugh.
It is wild. I don't know that I would trust it.
I would not trust it. I wouldn't be involved. I'd be like, why don't you do a second pass real quick before I head over?
Second pass.
Hey, sloppy fucks. This is the guy with the cruising story with the guy that came super fast up on the hill.
Oh,
Thanks for playing my
now
story.
you've
I'm
done
glad
it.
you liked it.
What?
Now, well, that's what the guy said. Oh, now you've done it.
Oh, he said, now you've done it. And then he also said, he'll take
That
care
guy
of
will
you.
take care of you.
Didn't want to leave you in suspense. The guy that was coming up from the bottom of the hill who was said to take care of me took great care of me, and I took great care of him. That is all. Goodbye.
Now
Well,
that
thank you.
is a
Thank you so
fairy
much.
tale love story right there.
Romeo, take me. I
You know, it is interesting. It's like,
feel like I remember asking, like, well, what happened with the other guy? You
Of
can't leave us
course.
hanging. Oh, okay.
because we were like, it could have been anyone who showed up.
Yeah.
So that's cool that you both took care of each other. And this goes back to our first caller. I also wanted to say about like getting rejection on the apps. I know that for people who have never gone to a bathhouse or a sex space or a play space, there are a lot of apprehensions. I am fully aware. I understand the idea of like getting naked with a bunch of strangers, playing around with someone and having other people look at you, STI scares, running into people that you know. I understand that there are all of those factors. But if you ever choose to go to a space like that, the cool thing about it is that the majority of the people are there because they are horny in that moment. They want to fuck, they want to connect, they want to have a sexual experience. And it is more likely that this sounds fucked up. Obviously, people will find you attractive and be interested in you. And like, you know, as you called in, you're leaving a hookup where some guy blew you, right? So, you know, you are having sex, but it is more likely in a space like that that people will be like, yeah, well, let me give it a go with you. Like, let's try this out. Let's hook up a little bit, because they're all there to have a sexual experience versus everyone in their own little apartment, in their own little box, scrolling on their phone, blocking people that aren't, you know, a perfect vision of who they want to have sex with. Excuse me. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense. I
So
feel
that
like
could-
I prefer that kind of, I think that's the environment I want for my mental health right now, which is just like cruisy, yes or no in the moment, not like on the apps.
Right.
So
That
maybe
makes
I'm not a
sense.
nun.
Hello,
I'm a
this
priest.
is Kagan from Chicago, your correspondent for all things Chicago theater, and I wanted to call in after Boop to let you know about Death Becomes Her, the musical. They just had their opening night, and quick little rundown, Megan Hilty's opening number, Slay, Jennifer Samard, possibly the most underrated comedic actor of our generation, Christopher Sieber, he did his best, the part sucks, it's not her fault, Michelle
He's hot
Williams,
too.
okay, she can sing. But
Okay. She
when it comes to the acting, it occurred. It happened.
Yeah,
She
that's what I've
acted.
heard.
Now, it was a crowd full of gays because the women's bathroom line was non-existent while the men's was wrapped around the block. And it got me thinking, though, because Act 1 is incredible. It's so funny. Overall, the show is truly, revitalized. They really did a lot with the script because the first half of that movie, the actual movie Death Becomes Her, is a little snoozeville. You're just waiting until the death happens. But it got me thinking, is Act 2 always worse? I mean, after we have the Wicked debacle and then this happened, is there a musical where Act 2 is better? All right. Goodbye.
Now hold on a minute.
No,
Musical
she
theater
does the
queen.
vocals. I have heard that Michelle Williams has the vocals, but she's having trouble connecting to the character when it comes to acting.
Girl. Okay. That's
I want to see it so
Michelle
bad.
Williams
Of
of
is Act 2
Destiny's
always
Child.
bad? Hold on. No, because okay, Thoroughly Modern Millie, Act 2 really picks up.
You know, there is always something special about Act 1 for musicals that we hold dear to our heart. And that is because we meet all the characters. The world is built. There's usually some fun-loving, show-stopping, sort of frivolous but cutesy and fun number. You know, maybe it drives the plot a little bit, XYZ, right? That always happens in Act 1. And it feels like, you know, inherently when you're looking at drama or you're looking at like the story arc, there has to be a huge conflict and it has to be resolved, and then you have to come to a conclusion. That's how you tell a story. And, you know, it's why sometimes when we look back at our favorite TV shows, if you go and you watch the pilot episode, you're like, oh, some of my favorite jokes that ever existed are from the pilot. Like, I still think about Hacks, and like, the first ever episode is incredible of that show because it sets up all of the characters to be how they're going to be. So I get it that Act 1 is like so lovely, but I do think there are probably some Act 2s out there that really like in a modern day version of Romeo and Juliet, baby, Act 2 is where it's at. I know it's not a musical.
That's not a musical.
I don't know enough musicals.
I don't know
really
enough
well.
musicals like by acts. You know what I mean? I know them by song.
Chorus line?
I told you about the time I went and saw The Seagull
Hello,
in
Dolly.
New York, and I fell asleep.
Which seagull? Who was in it?
Kristen
Stewart. Scott Thompson. Thomas.
And I fell asleep. She's very good.
Did you snore?
Yes. And one time I saw the Patrick Stewart.
Chicago, the musical. Act 2
2's way better.
Because they have the big show-stopping number at the end, and there's 2 twists. Act
She's
2
not pregnant.
always works better when there's a twist.
And they're like not trying to shoehorn in a Wicked.
It all just comes back to
The
Dragon
Oz.
Wicked.
Next call.
Okay, next call. You got it, Diva. All yours. Here we go.
I just got my dick sucked by some old geriatric fuck who lied about his age on his profile. I stayed. Probably shouldn't have. He didn't even give good head. And his cat was like walking on my chest the entire time. Couldn't swallow my entire load. And then as I was leaving, I hear someone else coughing in the other room. His apartment was messy as shit. But I did it so I could recall this number that I memorized and report that back to you. I feel gross. I'm going to go shower. Okay, bye.
That's horrifying. I would have left. That's horrifying. The coughing from the other room. That he's Jerry. But you know, sometimes you got to stay. And I understand that. But sometimes you got to respect yourself and say, I'm not going to come. I got to go.
Or
And
I'm
then
not
you
going to
block
come.
'em.
You got to go.
And then you block them.
You got to get up. How about the chatty Cathy from the other night? Are they blocked?
No, we just haven't talked since.
Are you going to talk to them? Are they in your phone?
Maybe no.
Okay.
Cut to me like in 2 weeks being like, well, he came back over.
Well, he's moving in.
Oh, absolutely not. He's got a husband.
Hey, Big Dipper and Meatball. I had like something that came to mind recently. Ignore the shine in the background. I went cruising at Elysian Park, please believe it. And so I'm cruising and getting down with my friend, and there's a group that watches. Everybody watches. It's fun. And this dude walks by, and he's like, "That's why you guys get arrested." But he's also there cruising. What are our thoughts on that? Because it's all about solidarity, Either watch, keep going, whatever, but don't yuck my yum. You're here to get the yum too.
You're
Goodbye.
here to get the yum too, baby.
I've never seen a group of people watching before. Is that a thing? You're more of the expert on this.
I haven't seen a group of people like it's an organized group of people.
No, I mean, yeah, not organized, but like.
But I have
never even
definitely seen like 2 or 3 people sort of watching a
Standing
little
in a
bit
circle.
from a distance as other people are hooking up.
See, this is a question that I would like to ask because I have a couple times when out cruising seen 2 people hooking up and then not known like, oh, is it rude to like stand here and watch? Or should I like walk away? One time they like the 2 of them waved me over and I was like, oh, that's a clear cut yes.
Right.
But other times they just like look at you and then they go back to what they're doing. And to me, that's a signal of like, we're not interested in you or like, we're only doing this. So then I just leave.
Right. I mean, what you're describing is like being a conscientious person. I think a lot of people go, well, you're hooking up out in the world, and I can do whatever the fuck I want. There are no rules here, and I want to watch you guys hook up. So I'm going to stand here and beat my fucking meat while I moan and breathe heavily while I watch you guys. Other people would be like, that's weird, leave us alone. But there are no rules. So it is personal preference. That's up to you, doll.
But I've never seen he made it sound like it was a group of like 5 or 6 people.
I guess. It's also weird
I've only ever seen 2 pairs.
Oh. I've definitely seen like I've been out cruising in a park and there's like 8 or 9 guys sort of swarming in an area and trying to figure out who's going to pair off or who's going to start. And if 2 of them start, other groups of people just sort of follow along and watch them or crowd around them to look.
That makes sense.
I'm curious. I don't understand the comment of like, this is why you guys get arrested. Like, that seems kind of...
Yeah, because if I saw like a big group of people just hanging out, I'd be like, oh, they're less likely to get arrested. Unless they're all like naked.
Who's naked when you're cruising at the park?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, why would it be more likely to get arrested if there's a group?
I think because it's causing attention. If you sort of see a pair of people in the bushes, they could be out on a hike. But if you see like 8 people in the bushes, you're like, oh, why are those 8 people in the bushes? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I guess.
I just don't understand the person. To me, I'm like, jealousy can be a killer in this industry. You know what I mean?
Who said that? Candy Muse? Or does she always just repeat it?
I think it's from Showgirls.
Ah, that makes sense. I wonder if Candy Muse wouldn't let me borrow her costume that one night because I had like an open sore on my stomach and I was just covering it in duct tape and I hadn't showered in a few days. But I feel like that's probably not that big of a deal, right?
I would like to take a break now.
She kept on being like, you should shower. And I kept on being like, I'm fine. And we're back.
Heyo, I live in Los Angeles. I'm just now leaving a hookup, and we were talking about something we've noticed in dark rooms. Is like, I feel like I'm the only person who smiles in a dark room, and I don't feel like that's like bad. But all these guys give the most serious, intense faces looking at you, deciding whether or not they're gonna put their fucking dick in you, and all I'm trying to see with my smile is, I'm excited to suck your cock. I'm excited to fuck. Are you? And these guys give these like stone cold faces, and it's like, are you happy to be in the dark room or not? And I don't know. Do you two have an opinion on this? Do you know why maybe people look like they're ready to fucking murder you in the dark room? Why can't everybody just have some fun, look like you're excited to suck some cock? I don't know. I'm the only one smiling is all I notice. All right. Thank you. Goodbye.
I have so much to say about this. I know that this is a real thing that happens. I understand this, and I am guilty of this. I have definitely been that person. I will say this. I have trouble seeing in the dark room. I don't like when you walk into the dark room, it's
From a
dark.
light room.
From a light room, it's dark. And
Takes your
then you
eyes
have
a
to
second
have
to
the
adjust.
patience to let your eyes adjust. And sometimes I don't have that patience. So I'm sitting there squinting, trying to look around and see if if there's anything going on in there. Like oftentimes my face is like wild because I'm really trying to see what is happening. I don't like dark rooms particularly because it's a lot of people just touching and feeling around to see, and like not making a discerning effort about like what they want to they're
This
just
is
sort
what
of
I
like,
want to see.
is this a dick? This is great. Here I go. I don't mind a dark room for a hookup because people feel more comfortable in them, but I want to know who I'm hooking up with. Like I want to sort of cruise someone and then we can go into the dark room. But I agree, the energy in a dark room is not friendly and smiley. And I think that comes because there are often a lot of guys in the dark room who are being too handsy, who are like back to the cruising in the park sort of scenario. They're walking up on a group and just watching and jerking off. Like they're using the darkroom as an opportunity to grab something, to touch something, to engage with a person who may be outside in the light room, politely turn them down, or even didn't give them the time of day. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I know what you're saying 1,000%. I feel that this makes.
I think I would be a darkroom smiler.
You think?
Yeah, like what's up?
What's up, bro?
Why does your dick taste like this?
And what do you think their response would be?
Point at someone across the room. Maybe someone we know, maybe someone we don't. We'll never know. We'll never actually know.
We'll never actually truly know.
We'll say his ass. Next call.
That's it? You're a smiley darkroom gal.
I think I'd be a smiley darkroom gal because I like to connect. I like visually and get like cues. I don't like if your face
Hi,
is
fucks.
deadpan and then you like walk up
Have
to
you
them.
guys ever?
Sorry.
And then
Go
you
ahead.
walk up to them and they're like, no. And it's like, well, you could have like shook your head when I smiled at you.
Right.
But now I'm here and you're saying it. And I'm like, cool, let me back up.
Let me just back on up.
Heard of something called an ass? Has ever heard of something called an ass clit? Like, it's like a little nub, like, flesh, like, below the balls, if you have that anatomy, and like at the top of like your asshole. Some people also call it a shitterus. And now see, there's Urban Dictionary entries on it, so it's a thing that's been recognized out in the world, but I wanted to know if y'all have ever heard of this. The phenomenon of the ass clit. Goodbye.
You're not about the shitterus?
I've never heard of it. I think I know what they're talking about based off of interactions with some other people's genitals. Oh my God. I don't like 69ing.
Okay, tell me about it.
I don't like because I can't focus on my dick getting sucked if I'm sucking someone else's dick. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And I don't like the view, just me ever on anyone. Absolutely ever. Don't like the view of like the shitterous, the ass clit, and then like their butt from, you know what I mean? From like laying on your back and then just like looking up into their butt is not the view for me.
I love that view.
I don't like that
with
view.
guys who have hot asses, I literally tell them you're gonna squat on my face.
That's different. I'd be okay with that. I don't like that. I don't like the way that looks in that position. Or like when you're hanging off the edge of the bed. I guess that
Yeah.
one's probably better. But when they're laying on top of you,
I don't like it because of the body weight. It's hard to breathe.
get a CPAP. I just don't like that view. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like the light glistening off their butt hair or like what, but it's just not for me. Oh God, I'm gonna throw up again. This is wet fleece all over.
I'm gonna call the episode Wet Fleece.
What oh God. Oh, I just got chills. What was the question?
A shitterus.
Oh.
Or an ass clit.
It's a fun. Well, isn't it so fun that we can't just like call it a butt and a taint? We always gotta call it
a
like
pussy.
a bussy
Or a bussy. Or a fuckhole.
I prefer fuckhole actually. Can you put it in my sinkhole?
I'm gonna get plunged. That is such a wild term. Plunged. Don't you think?
Yes.
Plunged, honey. Yeah, wild stuff.
Miss Camille over here. I'm just gonna forward you this email of your own email. All right, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Sloppy Sex.
Wait, one more.
Okay.
Hi, Slops. I have a question about like oh my God, I'm stuttering. Holy shit. Things that the people have in their Sniffies bio. This guy on Sniffies, he had his whole dick out. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful dick, and abs, whatever. It was amazing. But then in the bio, she's like, don't, if you're gonna say hi or hey, don't even like waste your time. Also, I'm like, if you like just message me or whatever, like, it's like, don't send pics, like, blah, blah, like, I won't respond to you. So I was like, I just don't give a fuck. I'm like, I just say, hey, does anybody like have that shit in their bio? Like what am I supposed to say? What else can I say besides hey or hi? And then you don't miss that picture. Like, so then why do you have a picture up if you don't want anyone to speak to you? If you were really the first move, but then why do you have to have a picture up? Because that's inviting me to interact with you. Hello?
Oh my God. How high are you?
I like at the end when they say
to interact with you. Hello?
It makes me think of that Vine of that girl getting water poured on her.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Thoughts?
Damn, bitch, you like to smoke weed? What's up with you?
For me personally,
I would say, well, okay, one, I understand the annoyance in people with bios like that because it's like, what do you mean don't say hey or hi? I think what they're saying is like, don't say hey or hi. Say like nice dick or I would love to touch your body or like start with something more than just hey or hi. But I do find it annoying when people put that shit in their bio or they'll like, don't even think about messaging me without a face pic first, baby.
all of that. I get it. Listen, you're going to put your face up. I'm going to put my face up. If we like each other's photos, we'll engage. So a hi or a hey is totally fine for me. It does move the conversation along a little more to know that they're serious, that they're not just scrolling on their phone like it's a game and going woof or hi. If you write something that's like, I really like that picture. Would love to suck your cock later. Like, something like that. That
Yes.
makes more sense. But having all of those rules is so annoying to me.
It dissuades me from wanting to interact at all.
Well, and logging off from all the apps dissuades it too.
Yeah, I'm off the apps, everybody. So if you're
I'm off
trying to
the
get
apps,
into these
Steve Adall.
pants, you're gonna have to hit me up on Instagram.
Oh, very good. Why don't you take us out, Meatball?
And then
This was
take me to
fun.
dinner. I'm actually not eating currently, so
Okay. Oh. This was fun.
yeah, I'm fine. Thanks so much for listening to this week's episode. You can follow us on Instagram at Sloppy Seconds. You can send us an email at sloppysecondspod@gmail.com or send us your own fuck talk story to 213-536-9180. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't ever miss an episode, which come out every Tuesday and Friday.
That's right, baby girl. And make sure you download sign up for Mom Plus Gold. Meatball's
Why
a
don't you
big fan.
why don't you take us out on that video I texted you? Because everyone says that sounds just like me.
A video you texted me.
It's someone calling into the soy sauce company or like liquid aminos company being
Absolute fucking best coconut aminos. Thank you so much for creating such a phenomenal fucking product. I put it on everything. And it makes my fucking quinoa fried rice taste like regular fried rice. My chicken lettuce wraps taste like better than PF Chang's bullshit ass soy filled fucking food. And it's better than that. I forget that ACV one that everyone uses, Bragg or whatever. So keep doing you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for creating such a phenomenal fucking product.
Does
You
that
think
sound
that's
like me?
no?
I don't either, but I'm tagged in it on TikTok like so many times.
Well, people just love you. They just want to talk to you.
I think it's that they have the same nasally like thing when they like, say food.
Well,
I put it on all my food.
You're doing vocal fry on food, not nasal.
I don't know. I talk weird. Bye. For access to our full uncensored video episodes, ad-free and 1 day early, plus our monthly Sloppier Seconds episode, and all of Mom Podcast premium content, check out Mom Plus Gold at mompodcast.plus.
Sloppy Seconds is produced by Moguls of Media, aka Mom.
Hosted by Big Dipper and Meatball.
Technical direction by Margot Padilla.
Editing and sound design by William Pitts.
Show artwork by Christian Cimarroni.
Theme song by Mike Malarkey.
Media and design support by Stone Cole.
Executive produced by Willem, Alaska, Big Dipper, Camille Stennis, and Joe Cilio.
Recorded at Forever Dog Productions.